Realize, I think GST alone collects more than that. Okay, we're talking in a country that has hundreds and hundreds of taxes. We got one tax alone that would cover the cost, the overcost of borrowing. Everything else is for what? For somebody else. Okay, and that is why they created this elaborate game to get money out of your pocket so it can go in theirs and keep you frustrated as there's nothing we can do. Okay. Here's this other chart from Bill Abrams. I believe he's the one that put it together, and it's all sourced from Statistics Canada. It was a very good chart. And as I was listening to him and going through it, I started doing some research, chronological research as when events happened in life. And sometimes that allows us to get a really big picture of what's going on.
I was born in 1928, and I recall the Depression years. And the Bank of Canada was created, as I said, in 1934. The war started in 1939, and the government then was producing all the money that was needed to build the factories, to build the airplanes, and to build the ships.
Okay, 1942 was the middle of the World War II. Do you see any economic spike in our debt? Absolutely nothing. How are we able to finance a world war right in the middle of it without having an economic spike? Why? Because we borrowed it from ourselves without interest. Take a look further in history. 1944. We introduced the Family Allowance Program. There's a very nice humanitarian-based social program. Was there a spike in our debt? Absolutely none. How did we do it? Again, we borrowed it interest-free from our own bank. 1952, old age security. Very humanitarian. We've taken care of the children, we've taken care of the elderly. Old age security, 1952. Was there a spike? Absolutely none. Again, why? We borrowed it from ourselves interest-free to finance these programs. 1954, the St. Lawrence Seaway. Probably a multi-billion-dollar project. Was there a spike in our debt? Absolutely none. How did we do it? Again, because we can borrow from the Bank of Canada to fund infrastructures without placing ourselves into debt. Okay? 1966, the universal health care. Boom, where's the spike? Another humanitarian program. So between the St. Lawrence Seaway and this was this whole time frame, there was just too much happening. Schools, universities, hospitals, everything to develop a very strong humanitarian-based nation, and boom, no spike at all. Absolutely no spike. 1967, Canada Pension Plan was passed. In 1974, we have this increased pressure from the private bankers. They wanted control. That's when Canada plugged into the G7. Come on, be part of the boys club. We'll take care of you. You know, forget about the people. They just